Hello everyone, welcome to this third YouTube video of science. Uh, and we have already started a new chapter about force and pressure. We already completed our two class, and this is the third class that we are doing with this. So before going on to the actual class, what I want you to do is first watch this async video, write the notes, and then answer some questions, and then enter the Zoom class. It will help you a little better. So uh, we started a new chapter about force and pressure. The objective for today is this. The objective is we will be able to identify different types of inertia for real life situations. So our skill today is identification. We will identify what we will identify. We'll identify different types of inertia. So if you're identifying different types of inertia, what is inertia is something that we'll do in the this call on this video, and then in the Zoom call we will say different types of inertia. So just a quick recap of what we have done till now. In the first class we did about what is force. So please stop the video here, stop it for maybe 2 minutes or something, and just revise in your head what is force. So definition is force is something that can change the position, speed and direction of an object. For example, if there is a bottle in your right hand and you apply force, it can go to your left hand. So the position changes from left hand to right hand, or from here to some other point. It can also change the speed. For example, if a football is slow and you kick it very fast, the speed of the football increases. It goes faster. So you can also change the speed. And you can also change the direction. For example, if someone is walking straight and you push him, you apply force, he can fall to left or he can fall to right. So you can also change the direction. So force is something that can change the position, speed and direction of an object. So there are many examples. So one of the example is push and pull. So something that force, always remember, is something, if you don't remember this definition, always remember push and pull. Force is something where we can push something or we can pull something. So, and we also saw this, what is Newton's law of motion. What does Newton's first law of motion says? That a body continues to be in rest or in state of motion unless it is acted by an external unbalanced force. मतलब अगर if I translate this into हिंदी, वो क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं कि अगर एक बॉडी है, एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, कुछ भी ऑब्जेक्ट रहने दो, इट कंटिन्यूज टू बी इन द रेस्ट. रेस्ट मतलब आराम या अपना एक मोशन, चलता हुआ मोशन, अनलेस, तब तक, कब तक रहेगा वो, अनलेस इट इज एक्टेड बाय एन एक्सटर्नल अनबैलेंस्ड फोर्स. जब तक उस पे के बाहर का कुछ फोर्स नहीं लगता तब तक वैसे चलता रहेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल हियर, सी द बाइक वाज गोइंग, द बाइक वाज, द पर्सन इन द बाइक वाज मस्ट ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, बट यहाँ पे उसको एक एक्सटर्नल फोर्स आ गया, वॉल, वॉल ने उस पर एक फोर्स डाला जिसके वजह से उसका मोशन खराब हो गया. सो ही वॉज गोइंग अपने मोशन में, कब तक, जब तक एक एक्सटर्नल फोर्स बाहर से नहीं आता है. करेक्ट. After this, on the call, we saw about contact force and non-contact forces. What is contact forces? Contact forces are those forces where the two bodies exert force on each other when they are in contact, when they touch each other. Some examples were muscular force, frictional force. What were non-contact forces? Non-contact forces are those forces where the two bodies exert force on each other when they are not in contact, they do not touch each other. For example, gravitational force and electrostatic force. I hope this part is clear. If you're not clear with this, please watch the first class ka recording. I have sent the recording in your groups also. Please watch that. Then in the next class, we saw about balanced and unbalanced forces. But before going on to balanced and unbalanced forces, we saw something about net force. Now, what is net force? For an object, a force can be applied in any direction. मतलब एक simple bottle ले लो, उस पे हम कितने direction से force लगा सकते हैं? We can put force from forward direction, we can put force from backward direction, left, right, up, down. तो एक ही टाइम पे हम बहुत सारे डायरेक्शन पे फोर्स लगा सकते हैं. An object always experiences more than one forces. कभी उसका एक ही फोर्स नहीं रहता है. There are always more than four forces. So what is a net force? A net force is something where when all the forces on the object are added together, not always added, we we can we do subtraction also, we understand what we do, or always added together to determine the net object of the net force of an object. And if you clearly remember, we had some rules also कि okay, calculation of all forces from all direction. If you remember, we had some rules also, we did some rules. अगर force same direction में है तो हम लोग add करते हैं, अगर वो opposite direction में है तो वो minus करते हैं. And we did sums also. Then we discussed about balanced force and unbalanced forces. If the net force acting on the object is zero, then the force is balanced force. Balanced force मतलब क्या, वो object अपने place से move नहीं होगा. If I just want to go a little deeper into this, अगर हम यहाँ से भी, if you are pushing a bottle from left hand side and there is something we are pushing the bottle from right hand side, अगर हम दोनों जगह से 10 न्यूटन सेम फोर्स लगा रहे हैं तो नेट फोर्स क्या होगा, जीरो होगा, बिकॉज अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में लग रहा है तो विल माइनस द फोर्सेस, तो टोटल फोर्स जीरो हो जाएगा. मतलब क्या, the body will not move, the object will not move, therefore this force is a balanced force. Then there was something called unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces मतलब क्या, जहाँ पे the net force acting on the object is not zero, unbalanced, and the object will move from its place. If you are unclear about this and you want to do and you want to see how we did the sums and all, please watch the recording. I've sent the recording in your groups. Watch it after this class. Now, what is inertia? Now there is something called inertia. ये inertia का meaning क्या होता है? Inertia is definition पहला पढ़ते. Inertia is the resistance showed by an object to change in its position, speed, and direction. What is inertia? Inertia is a resistance showed by an object to change its position, speed, and direction. What is resistance? हिंदी में अगर I have to explain, it's विरोध करना या stop करना. So this inertia is always also defined as this: a tendency to do nothing or remain unchanged. Now I will explain you in easier words. Okay, inertia मतलब क्या, एक body, एक object, it can be your body also, उसको ना जैसे है वैसे रहना पसंद है. For example, if your body is at rest right now, मैं बैठा हुआ आराम से, I want to be at rest, I don't want to be changed. This is inertia. So inertia is resistance, विरोध कि मुझे change नहीं होना है, I don't want to change. Okay, so whenever there is a change, अगर कोई मुझे change करना चाहेगा तो I will stop it. Okay, don't change me. So inertia is a resistance showed by an object to change its position. अगर कोई मेरी position change करना चाहेगा तो मैं बोलूँगा नहीं नहीं, don't change my position. That is inertia. Okay, every object does this. और ये property है every object की. एक ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा करता है, उसकी प्रॉपर्टी है, प्रॉपर्टी को इनर्शिया कहते हैं. अगर कोई मेरी स्पीड चेंज करने चाहोगा, डायरेक्शन चेंज करा, विल नो डोंट चेंज बाय डायरेक्शन, जैसा है वैसा रहने दो. Every object wants to be as it is. This is inertia. Okay, now I'll give you one more example for this. So now very real life example is this. Okay, you're aram se sitting at your home, you must sitting, and then if your mummy comes at your place and tell you, okay, bring something from me from outside, so what's your initial reaction? No, no, I don't want to go, because you are at rest and you want to be at rest only, you don't want to go out, you are enjoying your rest. तो आप resistance दिखा रहे हो, विरोध करो कि I don't want to go. So this is inertia. So next time you ask your mummy why, like your mummy asks you why you don't want to go, tell her it's because of inertia. Okay, next example is also about car का brake. So now car चल रही है, मस्त motion में है, आराम से चल रही है, और you press the brake very suddenly. Car doesn't stop at that place. If you observe, वो थोड़ा आगे जाती है. It always goes a little forward. वही place पे रुकेगी नहीं कभी, थोड़ा हम आगे हमेशा जाएगी. Why does this happen? A car मस्त मोशन में थी, अब कार को उसका मोशन चेंज नहीं करना है, पर ब्रेक मार के क्या होता है, ब्रेक मार के बोलता है नो 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 चेंज अ मोशन, बट कार डजंट वांट टू चेंज अ मोशन, तो उसको मोशन में रहना ही है, तो थोड़े टाइम तो वो मोशन में रहेगी. तो ऑलवेज व्हेन यू पुट ब्रेक इट डजंट स्टॉप, थोड़ा आगे वो जाती है. सेम एग्जांपल, इफ यू ऑब्जर्व, इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ टी और टी इज वेरी हॉट एंड यू टेक अ स्पून एंड यू रोटेट, ऐसे घुमाते हो एंड रिमूव द स्पून. जैसे ही आप स्पून घुमाते हो, आप रिमूव कर, यू like move it in a circle, or you put rotate it in a cup of tea, and then when you remove the spoon, if you see carefully, chai or the tea that is there, वो पहले जैसे नहीं हो जाती, टी भी घूमती रहती है. Why does this happen? Because अभी टी inside has got its motion, वो अपने सर्कुलर मोशन में गोल गोल घूम रही है, तो उसका जब कप निकालते तो भी उसको वही मोशन में रहना है, उसको घूमते रहना है. आफ्टर सम टाइम, सो इट्स ए मोशन, तो उसको वही मोशन में रहना है, ये उसका इनर्शिया है. आफ्टर सम टाइम इट्स गेट बैक टू हिज नॉर्मल पोजिशन. दिस इज इनर्शिया. इनर्शिया इज द टेंडेंसी और टू शो रेजिस्टेंस, विरोध, कि मुझे मेरा जो मोशन चल रहा है वो चेंज नहीं करना है. सो व्हेन वी कम टू द जूम क्लास, we'll see more about it, what are the types of inertia, and what are different, where do we get different inertia, what are its position, and then you will identify also. Okay, thank you, please complete our work, see you on the Zoom.